as crap. I don't know what just happened, but that was annoying as crap. You guys with me again? Open dagger. Looks like it's stabilized again. I have no idea what the hell just happened. Anyways, we're doing a partial soul trap.
Are you sure? I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through. You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the soul care.
I'm ready.
I know this is difficult for you. I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything that could hurt you.
I trust you completely.
Thank you. Let's not waste any more time then. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still. Let's go. My mother... Wait. On the other side of that thing.
We can soul get. Boop 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 boop. Da 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 da. Hey yeah, shaboopy.
I heard stories about the soul care, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's about what I imagined.
Health recover slowly and are reduced by... Oh, damn, son. Well, now.
Ugh, the smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly.
They're watching us. Always watching.
You'd think a vampire would be right at home in this place. You'd be wrong. Let's just find my mother and get out of here, quickly.
I actually like it here. I don't know why. I mean, I'm weird. I recognize that detail. That little detail does not pass me by that I am a weird person. But I still like it here. It's inherently neat. Okay. I like that. Jib's Opus. Oh, Jib! If you don't know who Jib is... I just realized I've been talking to a turned off mic this entire time. So, Jib's Opus. If those of you who may not realize, Jib's probably one of the more important people
Where'd you come from?
in the Elder Scrolls games for anyone who's ever played Morrowind.
Done and done.
First things first, he's probably he's literally the first person you will introduce yourself to in the Morrowind games. And that's not even starting on a... It's not even going into the,
Look at the sky. What kind of place is this?
It's not even going into the fact that he's actually done a lot of good for the Morrowind realm. for the island of Morrowind.
Where'd you come from?
But oh shit! Who the hell are you? No, you.
I thought death was a release, not an eternity of torment. You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Calm down. Who's Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
How can I help him?
Arvak? Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Arvak, skull, and soul, Cairn. Oh yeah, I forgot. They don't actually... We don't get the Soul Cairn map. We don't get a local map for the Soul Cairn. No. Well, we might get a local one. Oh, we do, it looks like. I wouldn't rely on it, personally. It looks like... But... Hey, Soul Guy. Hey, Soul Guy.
No one ever escapes. There is no escape. Why would you even try?
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bones.
What's the matter with you?
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer?
So that's how you got here.
You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. How people would track me down just to see what I had to say.
Got anything left?
Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here.
There must be something.
I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart.
Okay. Fair enough. What do you have?
Odds and ends I've gathered over the years. Well, used to gather, before all of this nonsense happened to me.
Okay.
Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If you have the husks.
Okay.
You've still got it. A salesman even beyond the end.
No, you don't. You wish you did. You do not, though. Ah. I like it. I like that effect, but I also hate that effect. Crossbow time. soul harvested? Let's see here. What the hell are soul fissures? Okay. Okay, I see. Ah, I see. That's what those are. Ooh. Hold on.
It's going to end well for you. That'll teach you.
Okay. Oh, blood on the screen. Blood on the screen. Can't see or shit. Blood on the screen. I can see, but still, blood on the screen. Sorry.
Who's there? Done and done.
Arvak! You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunny. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
Yes. He is almost as awesome as one other horse I know. Alright. Alright. I don't have... Damn! I wouldn't even have enough even if I did have no magic levels. Journal. Up I go. Now, Soul Cairn, one of the more interesting places to wander. 522. That's not bad. Okay. Go use how to get. Up, 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 up.
What? Nah!
Yeah, no fucks given.
Mother? Mother!
Can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a minute. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down. Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Serana fit in?
Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Serana underwent this ritual willingly?
It was expected of her, just as it was expected of me. Being selected as an offering to Molig Bal is an honor. She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that.
Cold Harbor.
It's what some call the domain of Molig Bal. His place in oblivion.
The tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood?
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to
How
happen.
exactly do you plan on stopping him?
I'll kill him.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
And Serrano's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serrano, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
Serrano believes in me, why won't you?
Serrano, the stranger, aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Serrano, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serrano. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serrano's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
If I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
How did you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What was the bargain?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they crave. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
They tricked you.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
You became trapped.
Unfortunately, yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here for all this time?
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which would give in.
Who are the Ideal Masters?
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the soul cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What did they
Though
resemble?
some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the soul cairn, I believe there's more to it than that.
How
I
so?
think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the ideal masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Why would they require sustenance?
The ideal master's weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the soul cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining.
What do the masters provide in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the ideal masters wind up here as harvested souls.
Why haven't you pursued the prophecy?
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of attention?
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
So you prefer living in the shadows?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
Whew. Thank you.
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Of course.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
I saw another off in the distance. Two. They're probably, the third one's probably far to the northeast-ish. North by northeast, I guess. Anyway, oh, nope, it's right there. Anyways, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, guys. Should take me only a minute or two here. It'll allow me to stretch my legs, pop my back,
I think I could be doing this alone.
make sure everything's situated properly, and allow me to get me a soda too. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just found the screw had come off of my bed. I'll set it aside. I'll put it back together. Back on in a bit here. For now, there's one off in that distance. There's that. There's that right there. We're gonna go for this one. Wait, no. We're gonna go for that one. 'Cause that one's actually closer. This is gonna hurt. Oh, no it's not. Never mind. I don't know why I'm harvesting soul fissures. It's not a smart idea. I don't know what soul gems it's filling, but that's what those things do. Ah, buddy. Store plentiful. Wrong button. Wrong one. I'm wrong.
Good day, sir!
Oh shit! Dude, this guy hits hard. It doesn't help, I'm weakened. Damn, son! And the only real answer is to either cheat and look up where to find my soul gem early, or to well, anyways, we got 15 minutes, so we can
Mother?
try again.
Mother!
Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a minute. You brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
Huh. Bitch. Do you have a right to speak to me that way? I don't care if you're a daughter of Cold Harbor or not.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down. Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that The blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
And how does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Ball. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Ball on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
I'll kill Harkon.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than you care nothing for Serana. Whether or not you've become one of... You're here because we're abominations in... Serana, this stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you! I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father!
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
If you only open your eyes, the moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tall at their bases. The barrier. Destroy the keepers that are tending them.
We'll return
One
soon.
more word of warning. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly
Okay.
intervene
Thank
if
you.
you're perceived as a threat. Be
10
careful,
minutes.
and keep my daughter safe.
Quick save. Just on screen. This is probably one of the more interesting areas, because you see a lot of information and about pretty much nothing here quite regularly. Oh. Wrathman, no, 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 Wrathman, Wrathman. Oh shit, that boom! That's a... That is a bone. That's a suit of dragon bone armor. I want your armor, asshole!
That'll teach you.
Oh, damn. Oh. The Grand Soul. The Grand Soul of a Black Soul Gem. Think I... Whoa, whoa, wait, did that just... No, it didn't. I thought it did. Okay. Next steps over this way. Big ass crystals. I wonder. Oh. I didn't really expect it to do anything, but it's worth a glance, at least.
I knew I'd hurt
Oh man. He's a bone man. Ow. He's a rough man.
Done.
Oh, there it is. About to say. Crap, did that crystal go?
What? Nah!
Ow! The thing's draining my soul. It was consuming my life force. What the hell? Blinding. Take a moment to crit pop my neck here. 553.
What? Nah!
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Let's see here. Weakened soul. Wait. Ow. Spell breaker! No, 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 no. It drains me to a fraction of my health. Anyways. So let's see here. Oh, hey. Hey, Jib! Jib! Hey, buddy!
What do you want?
What exactly are you doing?
How does anyone expect me to write my opus with all of these rude interruptions?
Opus? What do you mean?
What do I mean, indeed? If I hadn't lost all of the pages, I wouldn't be in this predicament, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
What the hell, Scoop here? Let's just start at the beginning.
I suppose a moment or two of my time couldn't hurt. I've been Jib. Some call me Saint Jib. Others call me Jib the Eradicator. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Nope, never heard of you.
I can't say that I'm surprised by your answer. Until I get my second volume published, no one will ever know of my achievements.
You're talking about a book?
A book? I'd hardly call a 26-volume epic simply a book. Surely you've heard of the rise and fall of Saint Jib the Eradicator, hero of Morrowind and savior of the Dharma.
Maybe a shorter title is in order?
Maybe you should leave the writing to an expert. Stop making foolish suggestions.
How's your work going so far?
Terrible. Simply terrible. I was in the midst of writing the second volume, and they just threw me into this prison. It's unfair.
Who threw you in here?
That damned Remora and his minions. They didn't even give me a chance to explain who I was.
A Dremora captured you?
Well, I assume so. It cast a spell at me from some kind of strange black crystal. Next thing I knew,